It's bad enough that the natural hair community is in shambles, but what I find most shocking is just how dependent we were on it for self-acceptance and self-love. I know the community may have made it easier to embrace our crowns and to even find the courage to wear them outside. I believe in community, and I know that when you have people to stand with you, you feel stronger. But what I also believe is that for a person's strength to be unshakable, that strength has to start and come from within. Ever since the community collapse, there has been so much videos popping up one after the other on people relaxing, chopping off their natural hair, and even of people with natural hair bashing their own hair, making their self it so apparent. Trust me, I get it that some weren't in it for the long run. They were just in it for experimental purposes. And I'm glad we have the will to choose what we want for ourselves. But let me say this and say it loud. Self-hate should never be something you choose. No, my sisters, you are worthy of love and kindness from yourself. And believe me when I say this, you can only teach people how to love you when you love yourself. I'm sad to my wits to realize that our self-worth was so deeply tied to a community rather than our own inner strength and self-love. We must recognize that true self-acceptance and self-love comes from within, and that we don't need a community or external validation to love and embrace ourselves the way we are. I know this topic is sensitive, and that's why I don't do these topics a lot, because people have a lot to say, people like to justify, and some people will argue with others on topics like this from day to night in all efforts to convince others to hate themselves, because what? The world is already a place of hatred, as if that should be normal. No, it shouldn't. And one could say it's easier said than done, Kylie Chrissy, but it's going to continue to be easier said than done if you do nothing to change it. Ideally, we all would want the world to be full of love and a peaceful place to thrive and be ourselves. But sad to say, it's never going to be that easy. As the saying goes, 7 different brothers, 7 different minds. The world is not one big happy place with everybody thinking alike. In one place, people might love you and accept you the way you are, but in another place, they might hate your very existence. But that doesn't mean you should hate yourself. All the people who made a change in this world love themselves enough to believe that who they are and what they have was of value and worth. You should believe that your natural hair is beautiful and stand firm in that belief. And if you find that you falter and people give off negative energy about your hair, take steps to strengthen your belief. Stare at your natural hair more in the mirror and speak love over it. When people comment negative about it, stop that inner voice in its tracks, because I know it be coming after you like a hungry lion, ready to finish rip your heart to pieces. We're humans, but the truth is, things will only change when we take steps to change them. Don't wait for the natural hair community to resurrect before you accept your hair or love your hair. Do the inner work you need to do, because that is where your true strength lies. Realize too that we are all out here dealing with the negativity. It doesn't matter if our hair is short, long, or whatever. We all deal with it. I deal with it. In fact, I experienced it just the other day. To my regular viewers, do you remember that wig I bought? I've parked that thing like an old Volkswagen, because I've realized that people were getting too comfortable with me wearing that wig. Yes, they be like, oh wow, it's so beautiful, you look so good in it, you should wear it more often. And this person I would see sometimes started to greet me nicely only when I would wear that wig. No way, no way. I parked that thing faster than Usain Bolt because I demand that whoever is in my life or around me accepts me with my own natural hair. If you love me, you will have to love me with my natural hair because it's a part of me. Me wearing a wig should be a positive choice, not something that's influenced by your negative energy, and I should be able to love myself the way I am created and not based on your media influenced expectations. Ladies, I don't know how many videos you want to watch or how many people it will take to tell you to love who you are and what you have before you believe it. Social media is showing how much we struggle with this. But folks, it's time we take steps to fix this and become determined to do the inner work on ourselves. It might be deep rooted from the years of hatred we have received as Black people, but it's not an excuse to be our own enemies. And if you're at this point of the video and you're wondering what triggered me to do a video like this, it's this video floating around on social media. First, it was about natural hair not being good enough to wear to events. Now it's about someone hating on their natural hair and projecting their self-hatred and lack of self-acceptance onto others.
I do not look feminine with natural hair. Then coupled with the fact that the hair doesn't grow as fast, no. Some women have the confidence, they have the beauty to be able to pull off a short natural. I do not. I do not. And I think most Black women do not. They do not. And for a lot of, I know me, I feel prettier with wigs or straight hair. I feel prettier. I feel more feminine with hair, wearing hair that mimics another race of people. And I know that's a shame. And I know that's some internalized self-hate. But listen, my eyes aren't fooling me. I don't look, okay? I don't look that good in any style, but definitely when my hair looks what it looks like, natural. You know how some men, Black men, they like a woman natural in theory, but if you put her side by side with a woman with a wig, they would choose a woman with a wig. I think a lot of Black women are on that type of tip. We like our hair natural in theory. You know, we should like it in theory. We like it better on somebody else, but when it comes to us, we do not look feminine. You know, we do not look we do not look pretty. And the Black community knows that we have those self-esteem issues. The Black men and Black women, they know we have these insecurities around our hair. And instead of letting us be great, what do? Taunt and pit, and knowing everything that we're going through. Knowing that for real, I don't want to wear straight. I don't want to wear straight hair. But I don't look good with my natural hair.
This lady has some deep self-hate issues, and when I listen to her, it's clear that she's been looking to others like men, the Black community, the natural hair community, for love, for acceptance, to feel a sense of worth with her natural hair. But that's the problem. You can't look for all that from people. You have to find it within yourself. The confidence, the courage to authentically be you, no apologies, no guilt, and all is your personal job, not others. I know there's other people like her out there. I don't know, maybe they'll just come out one day the way she has. But if you feel the way she does, please stop seeking external validation to fill an internal void. Until she and everybody else like her becomes independent of people's opinions, her struggle of self-hate, self-worth will never end. Another thing is, yes, it's a free world. You have the right to say whatever you want on social media, right? But like the Bible says, our words have power. And this power will only do two things in this case. One, tear her down more and tear other young women struggling to get past this constant hate on Black hair and people in general. We should remember that what we do doesn't only affect us, but others too. At this point, I've said so much, but what I want to leave with every woman out there is you are enough. And don't allow the world to convince you otherwise. Don't allow a community, white or black. Don't allow men. Don't allow the people around you to make you feel bad for being who you are. You shouldn't have to wear a wig. You shouldn't have to wear makeup. You shouldn't have to bleach your skin to please people. No. If they don't accept you, make sure you keep accepting yourself every single day, every minute, every hour, every year. Keep on accepting yourself. Trust me, who's supposed to love you will love you. Who's supposed to be around you will be around you. Who's supposed to support you will support you. Who's supposed to marry you will marry you. Who's supposed to be your friend, they will come. Just be you.